What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioWars 3 Raw TV. Well, as the year winds down, there's only a couple days left of the year. I don't know if you guys feel this way too, but as I get older, the years seem to be going by faster and faster. Like the days go by, the months go by, and it just seems like I can't even get control of how fast time is just going by. And here we are in a blink of an eye. We're right back at New Year's again. So I just kind of want to acknowledge this was the first year without my dad. He passed away in October of 2016, and starting the new year and his first birthday without us, and it was kind of difficult because when it's a first for anything, once you go through it, you know how to react to it and deal with it. But every time there's a first time for something, it's kind of hard. So there was some times during the year that I got pretty down. Around his birthday, around my birthday, around the last time I saw him, which was May, like for my mom's birthday, it was kind of hard. But I just want to acknowledge that, that I miss my dad. I mean, plain and simple. But that being said, on a brighter note, 2018 had a lot of cool. 2018, Jesus Christ, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm fucking time hopping over here. 2017 started out with Aaron and I going to Mexico, and we went to Cancun like we always do. And we wrote the ebook, which is still available on my website right now, Mexican Anabolics 2017. We went to Cancun, Playa del Carmen. We went to all the different pharmacies. We looked at all the different stuff that was available. We logged it. We put it all in this ebook, and it's still, something that I'm proud of. It was like my own version of Dan Duchesne's book that, I was always super into back in the day. But, we spent that vacation pretty much. We were only there for 4 days, and we spent that vacation running around doing that, which was something that we both in the end, we're pretty proud of and enjoyed. It was like our first real joint effort of doing something together like that, business-wise, and it worked out pretty cool. So we went from there to the LA Fit Expo, of course, which was my first expo ever with Primeval Labs a couple years ago, which, again, successful, which, I love going to LA. We get the snowstorm while I went over there and had to shovel snow. It was a fucking big thing, but we're heading into the LA Fit Expo actually next week already. I mean, again, it goes by so fast. It was also my first time, we went to the Arnold, my first time going to Australia. So I went to Melbourne, Australia for the Arnold Australia with Spartan Subs and Primeval Labs, which I couldn't say and more about those guys from Spartan Subs, Patrick and Matt and all those guys, just great guys, Luke, all those guys, great guys. I also got a chance to go to Dubai on the way through. I was in Dubai for a day, which was amazing. And, it was a first time in these different cultures that you really got a sense of how small where we live really is. And we're just, America's just this one little dab on the planet, and you have all these different cultures, and being able to kind of submerge yourself in them and be around them and have people to kind of show you the ropes and stuff like that. Like, you're not on vacation, you're there with other people for business, but they're kind of taking care of you, like the guys from Spartan Subs did, and show you their country and stuff about there. It was just an amazing experience. I did the Dorian Yates interview. Super League started in 2017. And I got to interview Dorian Yates, who is my teenage idol and who I, looked up to so much and idolized. To this day, I look up to Dorian in a different way due to his spirituality and the path he's on now, which, again, motivates me and inspires me in a different way. But I get to actually sit down and talk to him, which that video is still up here on YouTube. And I remember when I logged on to Skype, I said, hey, Dorian. And he goes, hey, Jerry, how are you? And I was like, wow, he knows my name. Like, that's all I could think of. Wow, he knows my name. Like, I'm still dumbfounded when some of these guys that I idolize will look at me like, hey, Jerry, how are you? And I'm like, holy shit, he knows who I am. It stopped me like dead in my tracks. The Super League. I went out to Vegas for the first Super League, and Jay Jung made me a big part of it, which I was super excited about and super happy about. It was amazing. I had never seen the pure athleticism and violent nature of lifting. When you think about it like this, if you're getting under a 500-pound squat, that's a violent thing you're about to see. Someone moving 500 pounds up and down so it doesn't crush them, violent. It was amazing, and they've had 2 more since then. So basically, 2017 was the year of Super League. It's birth basically, and it seems to be getting bigger each outing, which is again just something that's amazing. I, of course, did the NPC News Online, things that I always do, the interviews and stuff. But in 2017, I became an NPC judge. I judged my first competition as an official NPC judge. And that is something that I never thought much about doing before when I was younger because I was always a competitor. But sitting there at the judging table gave me a whole new perspective on the sport, what they're looking for, and how to help other people around me get better for the stage. So I'm super excited going into 2018 to continue doing the NPC judging and working with the NPC, which has been my home since I was 20 years old, for crying out loud. I mean, it's been 22 years that I've been, competing in the NPC and now judging, which I'm honored to be involved with the NPC. Launched Unbroken Alliance, which has been out of stock for quite a while. We did a soft launch with my clothing line, unbrokenalliance.com. And it went really well. We sold out of a bunch of things, and it was hard to actually get the stuff back in stock. And we look forward to doing the actual launch in 2018 and getting that stuff moving. And again, dreams come true. I always dreamed about having my own clothing line, but not what I was doing before with iOS 3 training, but actually having like a fashion line for competitive athletes, physique athletes, bodybuilders, whatever you want to call the competitive athlete. Whatever you want to label it. And, we did the launch. It was successful. It's so cool to see people wearing your clothes. Like, you get the pictures of them wearing them. They're like, oh, I love the fit. I love this. I'm so happy with the purchase. And designing these clothes that'll be coming out, actually thinking about the concepts, designing them, and having them come to fruition right in front of you. Like, you came up with a concept, you drew it. I hand drew it on paper, sent it to the designer. They literally came up with a mock-up that was digital, and all of a sudden the shirt is in your hands. It's an amazing thing. The Real Weights for Real Heroes, the first year that they had this, Mark Lobliner, due to Brad Castleberry talking a bunch of shit about how, he's so fucking strong and shit, he challenged Brad Castleberry to a lifting competition. Brad declined or never showed up or whatever, and Mark decided to make it into a charity event for veterans. And of course, my father being a Vietnam veteran, my good friend Casey Mitchell being a veteran, it seemed like not many people in the fitness industry were doing this much for the veterans. And it seemed like we could all come together if we had differences. Some of us at the event had differences, and we put them aside to come together for the day to help veterans. And it was a super successful experience. And we've already begun planning 2018. We've already set the date. Everybody's been in contact, and we're looking forward to doing it all again. I got my hands tattooed. That happened in 2017, which my wife, Erin, she was never really into the hands or face tattoos, right? And she always said, I don't like hand tattoos, I don't like face tattoos. Matter of fact, she's not really into tattoos to begin with. But I got my hands tattooed, and I went with something that is kind of a different thing for me. In 2017, I'd say I had somewhat of a spiritual awakening. It's not a religious thing. It's not a coming to God. It's not a coming to sorts. It's a spiritual awakening where you're becoming very aware of where you fit in the world, and how you fit in with other people, things, in life in general. And, the Hamsa, which is on my left hand, as well as the Aum symbol, which is on my right hand, are the symbols of that awakening, which, for me was a big thing and is a huge thing. And I continue to try to develop that daily. So, yeah, that was kind of a big thing. Erin and I went on our 1-year wedding anniversary. So we'd been married 1 year, which goes by so fast. So it was literally, it seemed like yesterday that we were getting married at the Olympia. And next thing you know, we were back there this year at the restaurant for our anniversary at Cut in Vegas, Wolfgang Puck's Cut, having dinner again for our 1-year anniversary, which was just like, time flies when you're having fun. That's what they say. And I remember the priest, or it's not a rabbi, it's a priest or fucking reverend, whoever it was that married us in Vegas, part of the vows, he said, laugh and laugh often. And this whole year, has ups and downs, but, Erin and I never stopped laughing. Like, we laugh constantly, and I think that's probably the strongest point of our relationship. And to go through 1 year, and you guys are going to laugh, and you're going to say it's not true, and you're going to say it's unhealthy and all these things, but Erin and I have never had an argument. Since we've known each other in 12 years as friends, as, dating, boyfriend and girlfriend, and as husband and wife, we've never actually had an argument. So to go through that first year, which everybody says is the toughest year, and not even have an argument, and we had differences, we had discussions, we had talks, we had things that were serious that we discussed, but going through that first year was amazing, and I can't really say any more about it. My mom came to visit for the first time in Virginia. That happened in 2017. So my mom lives in Rhode Island. My father passed away. She now lives with my aunt and uncle. They're all retired. They do like retired things. I don't know, like fucking, they're all like 68, 69 years old. So I don't know if they watch Golden Girls all day or what they do, but they do retired things. So her and my aunt actually came down and stayed for a week with us. And we, took him around and, showed him all the different things that we do. We took him to Annapolis, which is in Maryland. It's like Newport, Rhode Island. It's on the water. It's a nice thing. And just basically got to chill with them and really kind of let them see where I live, because my dad had never seen where I lived. He didn't see how I settled in. He didn't see what my life became, what it is now. He really didn't use computers and stuff like that, so he couldn't really watch a computer. My mom's on Facebook and she watches the YouTube videos. She'll see this. But it was really cool having her down here. And then she got to go to Tennessee to see my uncle, my father's brother, which she hasn't seen in 15 years or something like that. So overall, that was like a really good experience. And I'm really glad that they came down and we got to spend time with them. I competed in April. Now, I'm going backwards because I'm jumping all over the place, because she came here in August, but in April, I competed again. I did physique in the Max Muscle in Woodbridge. Now, this was not expected. I had actually never expected to compete again. And just for the hell of it, it just hit me. I was like, look, this show in 3 weeks, can I do it? And I was having a hard time dealing with my father passing away. And what I usually do is launch into a prep to keep myself busy. I've done that with breakups in the past, deaths in the family. I force myself to concentrate on something that is a positive thing. Like whatever I put my energy into, I get out of it. So I decided, hey, you know what? If I do this contest prep in 3 weeks, is it possible, or can I even get in shape to be competitive? Like, I may not win, but it doesn't matter who wins. Can I be competitive on stage in 3.5 weeks? And I did that. I think I placed third. I don't know the trophies actually are sitting in my garage. I never even took them out of the garage, but it wasn't about the trophies. It wasn't about winning. It was about forcing myself to do something to get out of the funk that I was in and really see at 41 years old if my body would still respond. I've done a show in the past. It was the Maryland. I dieted for 3 weeks and I got second place, and I was so upset because I got second place, but the guy that had beat me had been dieting for 6 months. So it was and people were like, what do you want for 3 weeks? That was then, that was back in 2009. So I said, at 41, can my body still respond the same way? People always say when you get older, it's harder. I don't think it was any harder. My body responded great. Even on, the TRT, which I was on, I wasn't on all the drugs I took back then. My body still responded, and I, got what I wanted to out of it. And hopefully other people see that, hey, just because you're 40 and over doesn't mean that you're done if you don't want to be. And let's see, what else? I joined Team Titan. Now, here's another thing that was a lifesaver. Literally could have been a lifesaver. It pretty much was a lifesaver. I had gone off everything. That's another thing. I mean, I was even off TRT for the Olympia this year, which I haven't done in years. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to clean everything out, and I'm going to go to Titan, and I'm going to have blood work done, which I hadn't done in a while. I've been putting it off. And I'm going to get healthy. So I went to Titan. The blood work came back all messed up due to the fact that I was off the TRT, which my testosterone was 118, which that's extremely low. And due to taking the vanillin sulfate, my liver enzymes were elevated. I was dehydrated, so my kidney readings were off. Everything was kind of messed up. My blood pressure was high because my blood was thick. It was just a mess. And Titan actually called me and said, here's the deal, man. We can't give you TRT because you're not healthy. And I was like, what? And we went through this whole thing, and they mapped out a program. And it wasn't like they sold me something. They mapped out a program and said, this is what you need to do. You need to go to the doctor. You need to do blood donations and this and that and take the glutathione. And lo and behold, within a month's time, my blood work was just about perfect. I'm still doing the blood donations now. My blood pressure is 130 over 70. It was 132 over 70, something like that. My blood pressure is just about normal now. My liver enzymes are fine. We're working on my hematocrit level going down. I'm still doing the blood donations to get that down to 15 because that was 19. And getting healthy has been a priority for me in 2017. And I can't thank Titan enough for helping me with this. It just, it was an eye-opener, and them literally standing there saying, hey, we want to help you get healthy. We're not just about giving you medications. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be around for a long time. So let's do this together. And, I can't thank them enough for that. For another year with Primeval Labs, we came out with the Essential Amino Acid Max, which absolutely fucking rocked the fitness industry. Years ago, I came out with a video about why branched-chain amino acids are not anabolic and they don't build muscle. The video's still up here now. Now, I caught a lot of flack for that. I caught so much shit from so many people for that until people started looking into it. They realized, fuck, it's right. Now the branched-chain amino acids are very much on the decline, and people like the Gorilla Chemist and other people have come out and talked about essential amino acids being what you really want to build muscle. So when I first signed on with Primeval, I said, we need to get back to basics with some of this stuff because all this gimmicky bullshit, and they were like, absolutely, let's fucking rock it out. Let's come up with them shit. And together we came up with the essential amino acids. And they decided, hey, we're going to go with a powdered form. We're going to make it powdered so you don't have to swallow all those big tablets like back in the day. And we're going to flavor this like fucking nothing on the market. We're going to work hard. We're going to put out the best product possible. And we launched Essential Amino Acid Max, which literally is like the number one amino in the fucking world right now. It's amazing how fast this product has taken off. And, I'm just super proud to have been a part of it and super excited for where 2018 is going with stuff like that. We came out with Mega Pre, which came out recently, reformulated the Intracell 7, which actually now intra-workout that helps you oxidize fat during the workout. I mean, the stuff that we've been doing just in 2017, and we have so many plans for 2018 that it's hard to not be excited. It really is. Nutrition Solutions, it was another year with them. They always make sure I get my food to me. And through them, I met Sheamus from the WWE, which I become friends with him. I met Justin Gabriel, who used to be former WWE. There's so many doors that open that you don't really know are going to open for you in the most random ways. And I think that's a big thing that I learned in 2017 is that, when you meet one person, like actually the owner of Nutrition Solutions, Christopher Cavallini, and I met in a strange way. Like we were both at the gym training, and I recognized him from Facebook. And I was like, hey man, you're Chris. I kept calling him Cavallari, which I'm sure pissed him off, but he was real cool about it and nice about it. And I was like, yeah, you're on Facebook and stuff. And he's like, yeah. And he came to the Orlando Expo the next day. This is 2015 with his Clean Cheats bars and gave me a couple of Clean Cheats bars. I then ordered a couple of the Clean Cheats. He sent me some pancakes. Next thing you know, I'm a Nutrition Solutions customer. And as a matter of fact, I was the first Nutrition Solutions athlete when he was coming up with this program of having athletes promote the brand. So I'm super excited to be with them another year, as well as, moving into the future. And, the people in my life in general, I feel like I appreciate more now than I did in the past. I feel like 2017 has been a coming of age for me, where I realize it's not about money. It's not about the shit you can buy. It's not about the things you have, because you can literally go out and buy everything you want, have all the money in the world. It's about the people in your life. It's about who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with the wrong people, you don't have a good life. You have a shitty life. You have a stressful life, and I don't want that. Another thing, CBD oil. That's something that I started taking in 2017 that I was very against at first because I thought it was basically marijuana. But I found out that there's no psychoactive effects. It doesn't make you high, but it calms your anxiety, reduces inflammation, helps you sleep. And I was like, I'll give it a try because you know what? Like, I have natural anxiety. I inherited it from my dad. So I started taking the CBD oil, and lo and behold, it has been a godsend for myself and many other people that I've recommended it to. So going into 2018, I'm excited because most of the stuff that I'm talking about now, I had no idea really was going to happen in 2017. You know what I mean? So it's like when you don't know what's going to happen, hindsight is 2020. When you always look back, you say, this was amazing. This happened. I knew that was, you can see this coming if you look over here, but you don't know that. When you see the future, you don't know what's in the future. When you look behind you, you say, hey, everything works out and this makes perfect sense. It's a perfect map. I don't know what the map is yet, but I know that, hey, 2017 was amazing. Why isn't 2018 going to be even better? You just don't know. I mean, it could be worse, but I mean, the idea is you want to have a positive attitude and put that energy out there in the universe so that you can have a better year. And my goals for 2018, to be better, to be a better me in general. That's it. And what does that mean? It means on every single level. It means being better at my job, being a better husband to Aaron, being a better dad to Brady, be a better fucking, I was going to say competitor, but I don't think I'm competing anymore. But you never know. You never know what's going to bite you in the ass. Be a better son to my mom, brother to my brothers, stuff like that. So I guess in closing, I just want to say that thank you guys all for the support and the emails and the messages and the text messages and the videos and video responses that you guys make on YouTube and stuff like that and on Instagram, stuff like that. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for caring. Thank you for following. Thank you for being there for me when I needed you and didn't necessarily know I needed you. You step up and you don't even realize you're doing it. And believe me, I appreciate it more than you will ever know. So you guys have a happy new year. I'll see you guys next year. so stupid, right? And be safe this New Year's. Of course, if you guys know my story of my cousin Christopher dying in a drunk driving accident, if you guys are going out drinking, you're going out partying, please do it responsibly, because if you do not do this responsibly, you can change not just your life forever, but you can also change someone else's life. Thank you guys. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostrength.com is the blog. It's a 2018 is coming bicep, and we are out.